Very good afternoon to all. Today moving to the 10th day of our internship. I would like to a topic which we should all discuss because in the coming years, it will be the most debated topic which lately happened also, that is live-in relationship. Now in Indian law, there is nowhere the live-in relationship has been defined. However, we keep on reading the judgments coming up of the live-in relationship. Now here I would like to tell you the Domestic Violence Act is the only act where there you can find a little reference. But if you read the definition of the live-in relationship there also, which is not there, the word live-in relationship is actually not there. If you have gone through the Domestic Violence Act. Now here, relationship in the nature of marriage. I'll read out for all of you. This section 2F. The section 2F of the Domestic Violence Act says that domestic relationship means a relationship between two persons who live or have at any point of time live together in a shared household when they are related by consanguinity, marriage, or through a relationship in the nature of marriage, adoption, or are family members living together as a joint family. See, the definition is very clear. What is section 2F is saying? That you should have a clear mind that you are in a relationship with that person. And they have at a point of time lived together or they are continuous in living together. It may be marriage, it may be by their natural relationship, maybe brother, sister also. That is not a lived-in relationship, but under Domestic Violence Act, even a sister can file a case against the brother. That is also the case. The beauty of the Domestic Violence Act that area of the offenders here has been, I would say, in under 490, the wife can only file against the husband and the relatives. Here the sister can also file against the brother. Either a mother can also file against the his brothers or anybody. Mother can file against her own children also. That is the beauty of the Domestic Violence Act. Now Domestic Violence Act is also very clear that it is not what you are saying that live in relationship just because we are staying together. There are some judgments which say that live in relationship is actually only when you are residing together as husband and wife and you are posing before the court that you are actually a couple to the society. It's not that two people, young people come together and stay and they say they want a protection. In last 1.5 years, we have seen many judgments from the different high courts, Allahabad High Court, Delhi High Court, where the some high courts from south also that they want to stay together and they need protection. Now, recently one judgment came which has attracted the eyes. That is Anita, surname is Allahabad High Court. I'll just share with all of you. This is Anita versus State of UP. This has also raised eyebrows. Now here, granting police protection to a married woman in live-in relationship may amount to giving consent for such illicit relationship. Rajasthan High Court. Now here the Rajasthan High Court has refused to extend police protection to a couple in a live-in relationship, noting that since the woman was already married, granting protection to the couple may indirectly amount to giving the court's assent to such illicit relations. Justice Satish Kumar Sharma relied on the recent judgment of the Allahabad High Court, which I was discussing, in Srimati Anita versus State of UP, observing that it is well settled legal position that a live-in relationship cannot be at a cost of country's social fabric. It is well settled legal position as expounded by Division Bench of Honorable Allahabad High Court in Srimati Anita versus State of UP that live-in relationship cannot be at the cost of social fabric of this country. and directing the police to grant protection may indirectly give assent to such illicit relations. The court said in its order, the petitioner in the matter, a married woman, was allegedly compelled to leave her matrimonial house. She was thereafter residing with the second petitioner. The petitioners alleged that the respondents were unhappy with the woman living with another man and were therefore threatening the petitioner. They therefore prayed that since their life was in danger, police protection may be granted to them. The court said that giving protection may amount to giving assent to illicit relations. The court therefore rejected the plea for grant of protection. It, however, said that in case any offence is committed with the petitioners, they are at liberty to lodge FIR in concerned police station or take recourse to available legal remedies. Recently, Allahabad High Court had also denied protection to live-in couple after finding the woman was married to another person. Court could not therefore permit illegality. Now, this judgment and also the section 2F of the Domestic Violence Act clearly states that live-in relationship means the people should be living, two people who are in a position to stay together. Now, if somebody, married woman, comes and stay with another married man or unmarried man, or a married man stays with another woman, that cannot be a live-in relationship. Live-in relationship, there are D. Veluswamy judgment which has put some conditions, and there are main 4 conditions. The couple must hold themselves to the society as a couple, that we are going to marry. There should be some intention to marry at least in the future. Even if they do not get married, they should pose as a husband and wife. They must be of the major age. It's not that you can take away the minor girl and stay with him and say that with her and say that we are living in couple. No, then they must be qualified to including the marriage. This is, they should be, the condition is that they should be able to get married in future. So the main condition of living is they should both should be unmarried. So married people cannot have a live-in relationship. I have divorce cases where the husband comes in, walk in my office and says, can I stay in live-in relationship? Is this allowed in domestic violence? At the most, kya case ho jayega? Then I tell them, no, live-in relationship only between the unmarried people. Always remember, this is the biggest, I would say, dilemma people are facing, that live-in relationship allowed ho gaya hai, domestic violence mein. No, it is not so. Read Justice D. Veluswamy judgment. It came a decade back by the Supreme Court. We said these are the conditions. Another condition, they must be voluntarily cohabiting. It is not, there are rape cases also, and we said I have been raping this girl, now I want to get married. I had a case from Goa that no, we had a relationship, now it was forceful, but now I want to get married. No, it should be voluntarily. That girl and that boy, they should voluntarily say that we want to get married in the future. Only those kind of relationship will be actually live-in relationship. So the basic condition, they both should be unmarried. Recently, what we saw now is the Allahabad High Court as well as the Rajasthan High Court. It says that unless and until you have an intention to marry and actually both are unmarried and you are ready to pose yourself as a couple to the society, and there should be some intention in the future we will get married. In those cases only it will be considered as live-in relationship. Some cases which have come before the court where Supreme Court has said this live-in relationship, they have awarded maintenance, they have given protection only when the woman was living for a considerable period. There were also children born to these people. So live-in relationship is very clear. We as a lawyer, we should educate our clients and also the society at large. The live-in does not, because a lot of people come to me and say, no, we will have live-in relationship. No, you cannot. The film line Bollywood is a total different thing. They are responsible for their own acts. And trust me, there are some basic problems in live-in relationship. If children's born, there will be property issues. Also, there is a possibility if you buy a property and that person dies, then her or his legal heirs. Suppose I will give you example. Two persons are staying in live-in relationship. They are not husband wife. If the male figure expires and there is joint property, his male members will come, and this lady who is not married will have no rights. So as a woman, you will have no right. As a man also, you will not be able to take away your own children's custody matters. If there are children born in such kind of marriages, what will happen? So this is what it is very dangerous. Try to read the Veluswamy judgment. It is not overruled till date, but the Veluswamy judgment puts some condition for the live-in relationship. Now we go to the next session, that is reading by the Pragati today. Pragati, can you unmute yourself? Where is Pragati? I can't see. Pragati, I'm sharing the screen. Pragati, kindly unmute yourself. Can you read, Pragati? You are able to watch the screen?
Yes, ma'am. Good afternoon, everybody. In the case of Shri, in addition, the prosecution is heavily relying on the evidence of P.W.38 P.I. Sharnagat, who has prepared several memorandum panchnamas at the instance of accused and consequential recoveries. The defense urged to discard the evidence of investigating officer since his evidence is not supported by independent punch witness. We take up to deal with the plea whether evidence related to recovery is acceptable when independent punch witness do not support the recovery and made departure from the statement made during the course of investigation. In this regard, we may refer to the decision of Honorable Supreme Court in the case of Madan Singh versus State of Rajasthan 1978 4 SCC 435, wherein it is observed that where the evidence of investigating officer who recovered the material object is convincing, the evidence as to recovery need not be rejected on the ground that scissor witness do not support the prosecuting version. It is in his evidence that on 9 September 2009, during interrogation, accused number 1, Rajik, had made a statement that he had broken the SIM card of both the deceased and was ready to show the place where they were thrown. Accordingly, memorandum panchnama was drawn. Thereafter, he had also made a statement that he was ready to show the place where money purse was burnt, as well as the clothes of accused number 7, Sahib Rao, and accused number 8, Mohan, were kept. Accordingly, memorandum panchnama was drawn. It is in his evidence that accused number 1, Rajik, had taken all of them to Palinala and had shown 3 pieces of SIM card lying to the southern side of the bridge, which was seized under Panchnama Exhibit 230. Then at some distance, he had shown burnt ash, which was seized White Panchnama Exhibit 231. Thereafter, accused number 1 had taken police and punch witnesses to Jivati village at his rented room, and from said place he had produced 6 clothes and 1 plastic bottle of petrol, which was seized under Panchnama Exhibit 232. It has come in the evidence of P.W.38 P.I. Sharnagat, Judgment Appeal 503.13, that on 11 September 2009, he had seized Sky Color Mobile driving license and a pair of chappals from accused number 7, Sahib Rao, White Panchnama Exhibit 2.33. On 12 September 2009, during interrogation, accused number 8, Mohan, made a statement in presence of Punch that he was ready to produce mobile handsets of both deceased. Accordingly, Memorandum Panchnama Exhibit 237 was prepared. Thereafter, accused number 8, Mohan, had taken all of them to the house of Altaf Beg, where he was having a rented room. He went to southern corner of the house and took out 3 mobile handsets, that is one silver color Sony Ericsson, one Nokia make of smoke gray color, and third of grayish color of Nokia company. All these mobile handsets were seized in presence of the punch witnesses. Wide Panchnama, Exhibit 238. Contextually, we may note that the evidence of P.W.9, Sadhna Dalmar, and P.W.14 Sadhna Bisne disclosed that they had identified the mobile handsets of their respective husbands, which was seized from accused number 8, Mohan, which reaffirmed the nexus of accused number 8 with the crime. Apart from the seizure of all these articles, it has come in his evidence that on 15 September 2009, he had obtained specimen handwriting of accused number 4, Swami White Panchnama, Exhibit 233, and specimen handwriting of accused number 3. Lalit on 20th October 2009, by Judgment Appeal 503.13, Panchnama Exhibit 247, it is his evidence that on 15th September 2009, accused number 3, Lalit, had made a statement that he was ready to produce cash amount of rupees 60,000 kept at his house. Accordingly, Memorandum Panchnama Exhibit 242 was prepared. Then accused number 3, Lalit, had led them to his house and has produced cash amount of rupees 60,000, which was seized under Panchnama Exhibit 242. As such, detailed account was given by P.W.38 P.I. Sharnagar regarding various disclosure statements made by different accused and consequential recoveries. The defense has grilled the witness from various angles. We have minutely gone through the entire cross-examination. However, unable to find any material which could shake his credit. No doubt, minor variations are bound to occur, but unless it touches his creditability, it has no impact. Accordingly, the prosecution has proved various discoveries and seizures which were within exclusive knowledge of the respective accused.
Thank you. Thank you. Read very well. Very nice. Just a minute. This was about Memorandum Panchnama. Now this judgment is of Saibra, son of Mohan Togre. I'll show the complete document to you. I would request all of you to go through this judgment. This is of Bombay High Court and it is of very recent. Secondly, this judgment covers a very big part of the Memorandum Panchnama. Now, when Pragati was reading, we all could understood what was a little bit of what is Memorandum Panchnama. Now, in criminal trial, Memorandum Panchnama is where the accused whatever he has used or in the while committing an offense. It may be his driving license, it may be his clothes, it may be the accused clothes, it may be a weapon, it may be a mobile, whatever is produced before the police. It will be through the Panchnama. So it is a Memorandum Panchnama. So it is always, it holds a very good importance in any criminal trial. And there are always 2 pancha. Why 2 panchas are? Because if one punch is not available, another punch can testify before the court that yes, this accused has shown actually where was the weapon after killing the accused, killing the complainant, deceased person, where or using that weapon, where he has thrown it, where he has hidden the weapon, where he has gone. So he can show. Sometimes it is also a spot Panchnama also, but here we are talking about the Memorandum Panchnama. So this is very important part of the criminal trial. It is too next to impossible to make you understand, but to just to give you a glimpse of this, if you read this judgment, actually you will understand what is the Memorandum Panchnama. In simple language, I would say whatever is used by the accused, it may be a driving license, it may be a weapon, it may be his own clothes. Suppose he was in a scuffle, he tried to kill somebody and there is injury caused and the blood oozed out and it is on his clothes. These clothes are also part of the memorandum Panchanama. And sometimes he just washes these clothes and he hides these clothes somewhere. Then when police caught hold of this accused, they take him, where are these clothes? What is the weapon used? So it is like accused is disclosing. It's a disclosure by the accused before the police authorities that this is what has happened. So Memorandum Panchanama is a very good piece of evidence. So really be very careful whenever you are handling the Memorandum Panchanama in the criminal trial. I'll try to take a detailed lecture on this in our Saturday session, but till then at least if you read this judgment you will have a good idea about what is it. Now we will move towards one small thing, that is drafting. Now in drafting I would like to tell all of you that here, just a minute, the screen is we are unable to see the screen. Just a minute. Technology is sometimes very difficult to. We can only see Pragati's name here. Just a minute. Another important aspect of the complete practice is drafting. There were 2-3 messages to me in personal chat where they wanted to how do we draft. I have been repeatedly been telling in my lectures that the key to drafting is reading of your judgments. Yesterday my daughter, just a very small example, personal example, she was preparing for something. I asked her what is that. She told it is a debate I have to speak. Now I asked her what is the debate topic. Her answer was euthanasia. Now euthanasia is something like mercy killing. According to her is a assisted suicide. This is what she has a knowledge. Now, if we are from the legal field, we all know Aruna Shanbag's case, and a lot of people are here from the Maharashtra. They know she was a nurse. She was raped and also attacked by one person, ward boy, in the hospital. And 42 years she was on the bed and she was having no sense. She was in vegetable state. So if you just Google Aruna Shanbag case, you will know. So this was a case which was proposed by some NGOs before the Supreme Court that she may be allowed to for assisted suicide, that is for mercy killing. Supreme Court allowed, but only in some cases where under Article 226, a board will be comprised of the doctors and it will have a different authorities from different field and doctors also, and probably the relatives of the that person also, he or she will also be taken into confidence, and they will not be allowed to take away the life of the person who is just on the bed and in vegetable state. So I just mean to say by this example that if you read the judgments, you cannot only guide your own children or just do your own court proceedings properly. The reading is the key for everything here. So start reading one judgment every day. If not one judgment every day, at least read 5 to 10 pages. Yesterday also one lady called me, she said, I'm unable to speak in English language and I'm also unable to use the legal vocabulary. See, I understand the most of your time, if you're working for 12 hours, you may not have time. But reading 1 or 2 pages every day and just taking out 5 to 10 words, minimum 5 words per day of the legal vocabulary will be the easiest task you can do. You can make a book like this. I have made a book where I write some words sometime and I am trying to use that. So euthanasia is something which I had a knowledge. That's why I could guide my daughter, my child. Same way, if you have a drafting knowledge, how will you get a drafting knowledge? By reading the judgments. Now, Pragati read the Memorandum Panchanama Sahib Rao's judgment. If you read this complete judgment, it is not only about the complete Memorandum Panchanama. There may be some other things also. And you will have a deep knowledge. And there you may get a point of arguments. Same in the matrimonial matters. How do we draft a petition for divorce or a petition for nullity or petition for restoration of conjugal rights? Just take out 10 judgments from the indiankanun.com or any other web portal. Or if you don't have a internet connection, you are staying in a village, go to library, any court library, just request that person that I want to see some judgments and take down some judgments, read them. And if you read, you will get a points. And don't go kisme hara, kisme jeeta. In fact, you should take out all the judgments. And even if that matter is when we lost, you have to analyze from the judgment what issue the lawyer has taken or who has lost the matter. So you have to go on reading. For drafting, if you suppose kal kisi ke paas habeas corpus ka petition aa gaya, what you are going to do? You're going to ask me or so many people. I may or may not share because it is my own client's matter. I will not share with you. It's a personal matter. But if you read 10 judgments, you are going to have an idea. So suppose there is no format available with you. See, format, if you go to the court staff, they will always guide you. At least I can guide you. Somebody will guide you. But to have what the body of जब उसका body बनेगा वो तो सबका अलग अलग होगा. Every divorce petition will be a different petition. Every habeas corpus will be a different petition. Every writ petition under Article 226 will be different petition. So always remember that whenever you read judgments, you are going to get material. Sometimes you get a notice to draft. People ask me, हम notice को कैसे draft करें? I will give you one small trick. Just go to any indian.com or any web portal. If you read judgment, sometimes complete notice is pasted in that judgment. आपको पूरा का पूरा नोटिस में पेस्ट किया हुआ मिलेगा बिकॉज़ कोर्ट ने उसको एनालाइज किया है कि क्या नोटिस भेजा था. आई हैव सीन इन टेस्टामेंट्री पूरा का पूरा विल बताया गया है. तो द सिंपल की इज गो टू ड्राफ्टिंग इज थ्रू द judgment reading. So I have made a part of 10 to 15 minutes per day. I will read judgment minimum, and maximum I can read 2 hours. And there is a 10,000 hours rule. If you want to follow, please follow that. I'm going to start after the internship is over. So I'm requesting all of you that read judgments, and if you need some help, 9:30 to 10:30, I'm actually available on the phone. Just keep a message after 6 o'clock to me. If anybody wants any help, and if I can do, I will definitely do to all of you, to all my interest, and any of your friends also. Now we'll go to Shilpa. Shilpa, you have to do within 2 to 3 minutes because then Ganesh sir has to recite some poem. So be quick.
Hello.
Yes.
Very good afternoon to everyone, and thank you so much for providing me the opportunity to convey a vote of thanks on behalf of all of us. To our most respectable and honorable advocate, Anita Bakna ma'am. She's simply amazing and so generous in imparting the knowledge without taking any fees or any kind of charges from us. She's just simply loving her profession and helping us, teaching us to create one new generation of leading advocates. We all are very lucky to meet you, ma'am, through this online platform. God bless you always. And thanks again on behalf of all of us that we have reached such nice mentor, inspiring teacher and guide during our learning phase. आपके लिए एक छोटा सा श्लोक है महाभारत का. जैसे आप हमारे लिए भगवान श्री कृष्ण है. जब अर्जुन ने कुरुक्षेत्र में युद्ध करने से मना किया था और तब उन्होंने उनको काउंसिल किया था. यदा यदा हि धर्मस्य ग्लानिर्भवति भारतम अभ्युत्थानं धर्मस्य तदात्मानं सृजाम्यहम्. परित्राणाय साधूनां विनाशाय च दुष्कृतां धर्म संस्थापनार्थाय संभवामि युगे युगे। यानी
Thank you so
उसका जो
much.
मीनिंग उन्होंने जो एक्सप्लेन किया था कि मैं प्रकट होता हूँ, मैं आता हूँ जब जब धर्म की हानि होती है, तब तब मैं आता हूँ, जब जब अधर्म बढ़ता है तब तब मैं आता हूँ, सज्जन लोगों की सुरक्षा के लिए मैं आता हूँ, दुष्टों के विनाश के लिए मैं आता हूँ, धर्म की स्थापना के लिए मैं आता हूँ और युग युग में मैं जन्म लेता हूँ। इट्स लाइक you are the mentor, you're guiding us
But it
like
has
a
been
lawyer,
too much
like
for
a
me.
police. This profession is
Too much for you.
this
Thank you.
profession
Thank you
is
so much.
really this is profession is like, you know, you are really Sri Krishna for us, guiding
आई एम
us in
थैंकफुल।
proper path.
देखो गुरु को
So
भी अच्छे
we
शिष्यों की
salute
जरूरत
to
होती
you.
है, तो आई एम थैंकफुल टू ऑल ऑफ यू। गुरु तब गुरु बनता है जब उसके पास शिष्य अच्छे होते हैं, तो आई एम थैंकफुल। शिष्य तो नहीं बोलूंगी, तुम लोग सब मेरे कलीग ही हो, तो आई वांट टू थैंक यू ऑल ऑफ यू टू
So
बी देयर एंड जस्ट टू मेरा जो नॉलेज मैं रिविजिट कर रही हूँ, तो थैंक यू सो मच कि आप लोग ने सबने मेरा साथ दिया। थैंक यू सो मच। नाउ मूव टू गणेश
I
आंदे सर।
really, I really, so I'll pass my call to Ganesh sir now. Please carry on.
थँक यू थँक यू। गणेश आंदे सर, तुम्ही अनम्यूट करू शकता स्वतःला। गणेश सर किधर है? उनको कुछ पोएम रिसाइट करने उन्होंने मैसेज भेजा था।
Hello.
हाँ सर बोला ना।
Hello. You
हाँ
are
बोला।
audible me, ma'am?
ऑडिबल आहे,
Actually, one
ऑडिबल
poem
आहे।
is this.
व्हिडिओ ऑन कराल तर बरं वाटेल आम्हाला।
नाही, व्हिडिओ ऑन होत नाहीये माझा, एक फोन आला होता मध्ये.
ओके ओके।
ऍक्च्युली एक पोएम आमच्या IGP सरांनी लिहिलेली, सुभाष आवटे सर. मे बी यू नो, इज ऑल्सो लॉ स्टुडंट. सर डन द PhD. Today's section reading judgment is very nice. There is the soul of the police. Indian Evidence Act 27, Discovery Panchanama, Memorandum Panchanama. Just I'm going to
पोलिसांना मला मी तुम्हाला चेहरा बघत होते, म्हटलं पोलिसांना रिकव्हरी पंचनामाची जेवढी माहिती असते ती मला तर काहीच नाही त्या
Yes, yes.
मनाने।
Just I'm going to
हा शुअर शुअर।
मानवी हक्क सर्वांसाठी आहे, मग विनाकारण मारठोक कोणासाठी आहे? मानवी हक्क सर्वांसाठी आहे, मग विनाकारण मारठोक कोणासाठी आहे? आरोप म्हणजे शाबिती नव्हे, अटक म्हणजे न्यायालयीन निवारा नव्हे. गुन्हेगार देखील माणूसच आहे, मानवाधिकार सर्वांसाठी सारखाच आहे. कायदेशीर रखवाली एक जबाबदारी आहे. चुकल्या माकल्यांसाठी ही तात्पुरती वस्ती आहे. पोलिसी अधिकार म्हणजे अनिर्बंध सत्ता नव्हे. भस्मासुराचा अत्याचारी विध्वंस नव्हे. तपासासाठी कायदेशीर पद्धत आहे. विचारपूस करणे हे एक तंत्र व कला आहे. पुरावा गोळा करणे म्हणजे मारटोक नव्हे. बिनडोक माणसाचे हे काम नव्हे. पोलीस तपास एक तर्कशुद्ध पवित्र काम आहे. न्यायदेवतेचे सामर्थ्य व सन्मान आहे. थँक्यू सो मच मॅम.
थँक यू एव्हरीबडी। कोणाला काही बोलू शकता, बोला सर.
सर इज रिटायर्ड ॲज ADGP, ॲडिशनल डायरेक्टर जनरल ऑफ पोलीस.
नाही मला कल्पना आहे, सुभाष आवटे नाव ऐकलं तेव्हाच मला कळलं.
Yes. He done the PhD on the disaster management.
Oh, very nice.
I was work under him. It's very nice poem actually.
नाही खरंच, आणि तुम्ही खूप चांगली रिसाइट केली. थँक्यू सो मच.
थँक्यू.
बाकी कोणाला बोलायचं तर अनम्यूट करू शकता तुम्ही लोक स्वतःला. गॅलरी व्ह्यू येते, कोणाला काही बोलायचं तर बोला.
थँक्यू सो मच मॅम.
हा बोल अर्चना, तू स्वतःला अनम्यूट कर ना. बोल हा अनम्यूट झाली. बोल काय बोलायचं. अर्चना इज फ्रॉम नागपूर.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you very much, ma'am, for being our mentor. It was very helpful lectures. All the classes were very helpful and guideline for us. It will be very helpful for us in our future, ma'am. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you.
Really, reading is very important. This message, I know about it, but I am very lazy about it. So,
लेझी शब्द बोलू नका इकडे, ऑनलाईन बोलू नका. 62 माणसं ऐकतायत तुम्हाला. हो, कारण क्लायंट येणार नाही ना, तुम्हाला पैसा नकोय.
नाही.
लेझी शब्द बोलू नका, मग वकील नाही व्हायचं आपण. नाही प्लीज लेझी शब्द, नेगेटिव्ह शब्द एक पण नाही पाहिजे मला. असं बोलू शकता मी वाचेन उद्यापासून 5 शब्द, 5 आज वाचा तुम्ही, बघूया.
येस मॅडम, मी रोज बघते तुमचा प्रोग्राम.
कोण बोलतंय, मला दिसत पण नाही तुम्ही.
माझा व्हिडिओ चालू होत नाहीये मॅडम मध्ये.
काय नाव आहे आपलं?
किरण साबून, नागपूर.
ओके. अर्चना मॅडम बघा, तिला भेटा तुम्ही. दोघे नागपूरचे आहेत ना?
अच्छा मॅडम.
दोघे नागपूरचे आहे बघा.
ठीक आहे ना.
जेवढं होईल तेवढं करा. असं काही, इट्स नेव्हर लेट. यू कॅन स्टार्ट फ्रॉम टुडे ऑनवर्ड्स ऑल्सो. असं काही नाहीये.
थँक्यू. थँक्यू वेरी मच.
और किसी को बात करने तो कर सकते हैं, हमारे पास 2 मिनिट है. नीलेश, यू कैन अनम्यूट योरसेल्फ. बोला प्लीज.
मॅडम, मराठीतच कंटिन्यू करतो कारण सगळे महाराष्ट्रीयनच आहे असं मी गृहीत धरतो काही वेळेस.
नाही बोला ना. भावना महत्वाची आहे. इट्स नॉट लँग्वेज विच लँग्वेज यू आर स्पीकिंग. आणि आपण इंडियन्स, आपल्याला आपल्या भाषेचा अभिमान असला पाहिजे. ती मराठी असू दे, हिंदी असू दे, का तमिळ असू दे.
येस नक्कीच मॅडम. तर खूप छान 10 दिवसाचा जो पूर्ण ग्रुपमध्ये चाललेला ऍक्टिव्हिटी, आपण त्याला नाव इंटर्नशिप दिलं तर खरं म्हणजे नॉलेज शेअरिंगचाच भाग झाला. म्हणजे गणेश सरांकडनं काही इनपुट्स मिळाले, तुमच्याकडनं तर फक्त म्हणजे कंटिन्यू नदी होती. गणेश सरांकडे थोडस वेगळ्या प्रकारचं नॉलेज आहे, ते पण आपल्याला नक्कीच कामात येईल. आणि इथून पुढच्या प्रवासासाठी मॅडम तुमचे आशीर्वाद आणि असंच आमच्यावरती राहो, अशीच आपुलकी, असंच प्रेम राहो, हेच मी या ठिकाणी म्हणणार. कारण आमचं असं थोडंसं आता मी असं म्हणायला हरकत नाही की आम्ही पासआउट झालो आणि प्रॅक्टिस सुरू केली आणि नेमकं कोविड आलं. बऱ्यापैकी कोविड आमचं घरातूनच चाललं. त्यामुळे हे शेअरिंग आणि हा एक्सपिरियन्स आमच्यापर्यंत पोहोचणं खूप गरजेचं होतं. त्यामुळे कुठे जाऊ येऊ शकत नव्हतं, कोर्टातही तितक्या प्रमाणात जाता येत नव्हतं. आता झालंच.
निलेश, याला मी उत्तर देईन. लॉकडाऊन आहे ना, तो फक्त आहे ना बाहेर जाण्यासाठी आहे. नॉलेजला लॉकडाऊन नाहीये.
नाही नक्कीच.
नॉलेजला लॉकडाऊन नाहीये, फॅमिलीला लॉकडाऊन नाहीये, बऱ्याच गोष्टीला लॉकडाऊन नाहीये.
नक्कीच मॅडम.
इनफॅक्ट आपला ट्रॅव्हलिंगचा टाइम वाचतो, आपण काय करू शकतो, पैसे कमवणं आयुष्यभर आपण करू शकतो, पण अभ्यास कधी करू शकतो तो वेळ. तर खूप जितकं तुम्ही कराल तेवढं कमी आहे. हा पूर्ण ओशन आहे. मला 0.01% पण येतोय की नाही माहिती नाही. तर आय हॅव टू स्टील लर्न. तर मी पण तुमच्यासोबत सगळ्यांसोबत शिकते आहे.
मी असं म्हणजे एक वाक्य बोलू नये मॅडम, पण जे मी कॉलेजमध्ये नाही शिकलो ते या 10 दिवसात मला शिकायला मिळालं. मी प्रामाणिकपणे